about a bumper sandwich, booger lips?
One thing about living in Santa Carla I never could stomach. All the damn vampires. Shut up!
We're gonna get you, not another piece.
When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk here.
I don't know what the hell's in there, but it's weird and pissed off, whatever it is.
Jason's alive. He killed my friend, now he's coming for me.
Look at me, Damien. It's all for you.
Bastards! Why are you torturing me like this? Why?
Well, I'll tell you, nobody handles garbage better than we do.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Gimme Back My Horror Movies, the podcast, first for the year. I am one of your hosts, Charlie. With me, as always, is Pete. Say hello to the people, Pete.
Oil can. Oil can. Oh, wait, here. There's my oil.
We're a little rusty
Just
tonight.
a little rusty tonight. We're going to find out if we can knock that rust off or just knock it off. Or
It totally hasn't been
something.
a month since we recorded.
Oh, no, almost two, hasn't it?
Well, technically that. We did do our... we did the Christmas, and then me and you
One
did the action.
episode in between.
But we did it way back in December, so that we could have the holidays off. So as far as the listeners concerned, nothing changed. So yeah, and with the new year, it's January, and January means one thing: it's Charlie's birthday month.
Birthday month. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Happy
Woo.
birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
We'll see if
happy
Anna puts a
birthday.
giant happy birthday graphic.
Well,
or
it's
something
time to
across there.
celebrate your birthday. It happens every year. We eat a lot of broccoli and drink a lot of beer. You should be good and happy that there's something you can eat. A million people every day are starving in the streets, and that's all I remember.
I would rather starve than eat the broccoli. I'll just say it right now. I would gladly give my share of broccoli to anyone, especially on my birthday. So yeah, you've heard my birthday pick, which is our New Year's pick for the action. We did Son of Death, which was a lot of fun. And yeah, we had a really good time. And like I said, that one was, I just really wanted to do it. It's not like I had a lot of nostalgia for it. So for horror, I had to dig into what makes Charlie tick. You know what makes Charlie tick is the greatest horror movie that I think, I think Jamie Lee Curtis is best known for. Like, I think this movie we're going to cover put her on the map. Like, completely unknown.
Oh, did it?
No one had even really heard about her. I think she did some weird movie called Terror Train that just went into obscurity. And so it really
This was a good one. Oh, no.
Was The Fog.
The Fog, yeah.
The Fog. I know. So I know where you were going. I knew where you were going.
It's a weather pattern of some sort.
So it's some sort of weather disturbance happening. There's fog in this movie too. But yeah, I decided that we should jump right into 1999's The Virus, or Virus, or however. I don't think there's a "the" in it.
No.
For one damn reason, killer fucking robots.
And we get that in abundance. There's no shortage of killer robots. And for all this movie's faults, goddamn, these robots are good. They're so good. It's some beautiful stuff. We'll talk about it.
We are going to get into it.
Yeah.
We'll jump into my histories with this and everything. First, we're going to play the trailer.
The trailer hit first.
Yeah, and this is a decent trailer. It's a little bit longer one, but it's good. It gives you plenty of dialogue, plenty of action to listen to. So bear with me, but it's not like 3 minutes or anything. It's like barely over 2. So here we go. Virus, the trailer.
It has traveled across time and space. An energy force unlike any in the universe. It is powerful, intelligent, and it has found the perfect planet to inhabit.
Станцимир, говорит академик Канабов Владислав Волков. Прием.
Юрий, посмотри.
Станцимир? Станцимир?
I'm picking up a contact. 12 miles out. Speed, 0 knots. It's dead in the water, but it's big. It's really big.
Hey! Is there anyone aboard?
I don't get it. I mean, we got a Russian vessel, middle of nowhere, dead in the water, crew vanished. I mean, why the hell would they abandon ship, huh?
Shh. You hear that? We won't find any dead bodies.
We got somebody else on board. Repeat, we got somebody else on board. That's who sank the tug.
Drop it.
8 days ago, during a transmission from the Mir space station, something came onto the ship. It took control of computers. It was learning. Learning what? How to kill us.
Somebody welded the engine room door shut.
What is it? High-tech robotics.
Get back!
Now, in order to survive,
It's creating a new life form. What?
it wants us for spare parts. It must destroy the one threat
Oh my God.
to its existence. I'm gonna die! The virus called man.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing now.
I want Hollywood to bring back the wild pig squeals for killer robots and monsters. Oh my God, it's just. Oh God, it was just.
We
I
did get a
loved
nice
hearing that.
Wilhelm scream later on in this movie too.
Yes.
There was only one, and it was perfectly. Oh, I can't wait to talk about this movie.
Oh no, I'm looking forward to this.
I do want to say right before we get into it, that was Peter Cullen, wasn't it?
I think so. I want to say that was
pretty
Peter
sure
Cullen.
That was Optimus
Yeah.
Prime on that movie trailer voice, and it's just so.
Hey, man
It's
paid
so
his bills
sexy.
doing trailers, and it's awesome. I love it, and I like a good trailer that just kind of tells you a little bit of what's going on, but doesn't dig too much into it.
I hate today's trailers because they show too goddamn much. Whereas
show too
trailers from the 80s,
much.
and this is totally a give me back sort of old man Pete thing, like give me back
Right.
my trailers, rah, 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 where it literally, it's a teaser trailer, it literally teases the film, but it doesn't show too much. And
Right.
today I refuse to watch trailers today because they show too goddamn much.
No, I 100% agree with that. I really do. So maybe we'll do that as a side project. Give me back my movie trailers, stuff like that, and just give us some.
Here's a trailer. Tell me what this movie is about. That might be very interesting.
Ooh, that would be fun. You just play it. You don't
Yeah,
tell them
yeah,
what
okay.
it is. You
Yeah,
just
okay.
play it.
Here you go. Now, what do you think this
Yeah.
movie's all about?
Yeah. Now describe it to me.
That might be a lot of work though, and I'm not down.
Yeah,
for
I'm not into a lot of work. That's counterintuitive to
that.
2026.
Exactly.
Not doing that. Not doing that. So let's jump into our histories real quick,
Yeah.
and then we can jump right into the movie. Pete, I'm going to start with you. I don't know. I guessing this is your first time, so my question is: have you ever heard of this movie prior to me picking it?
Okay, so when you picked this movie, I had no idea what this was. Then I remember you picked up a toy a couple years ago when you visited Columbus, and I'm like, that's what this movie's all about. That's where that toy came from. There it is. Yeah. Which one is that? Is that Billy Baldwin?
It's Billy Baldwin.
Okay,
It's
okay.
Steve Baker.
Yeah. So
We'll get into that more, but I do.
The
have
only
it
guy that's
ready
got
to
a
go.
last name, or
well, Foster had the last name.
Did she?
I forget.
Okay.
I forget what her first name. Kelly Foster.
Oh, Kelly Foster. That's right. Yep.
Yes, Kelly Foster.
Anyway, it's real dodgy character. Anywho, so I vaguely remember this. This is in the era of VHS covers that just suck. They're superimposed faces on some background. Ugh, hate it. Bring me back the lithograph guys. That's what I want. The Indiana Jones posters. But this, yeah, man.
It's pitiful.
It's awful. It doesn't
pitiful.
It doesn't say you got to go watch this movie.
Right.
It's just like, hey, there's a couple of pretty faces on the screen and maybe a robot. I don't know. Anywho, no, I've got zero experience with this. I may have seen it in my video store back in '99. I had no desire to see this, and yeah, this was a first time watch. So,
Awesome.
but I know you've got some experience with this.
I do. This isn't going to be like some big nostalgia wave for me, but I did see this when it came out on VHS. I didn't go to the theater and see this, so this was an immediate rental. I'm pretty sure Dad and I saw a coming soon trailer on another movie, and that was always something that Dad didn't like horror movies, but if you put robots or a monster like a creature in it, that was our jam. That was horror movies we could get behind.
Yeah.
And so this was an immediate rent for me and him. This was like probably either right before I moved to Ohio or I had came back home for like an extended period and we rented it and watched it. I just know me and Dad sat there and my God, for me, I love creatures and monsters and shit like that. I love this movie. Watched it a lot. I've had this on DVD for a while. I've got the Shout Factory Blu-ray now, which it looked great. Probably the best I've ever seen the movie. But yeah, I also didn't know this movie was not particularly cared for a very long time. I not plugged into what's everybody think of Virus, but when it was probably 6-7 years ago, I think I was watching it or something, and I was looking stuff up on IMDb and realizing that like, why are there so many people shitting on this? Like, what am I missing? And then I found out that Jamie Lee Curtis hates this movie. Like
hates it. With a red hot passion of 1,000 suns. She hates this movie.
And I am just like, and I watched this movie and I know it pretty well, and I'm just going, why?
Did she have a bad experience with the cast or the director or something? That's all I can figure. This kind of looks like it's a lot of fun to make. I mean, this is a big budget special effect robots with body parts in it movie, and
it's glorious.
It sounds like a lot of fun to make, if you ask me.
I got done watching this, and Shout Factory always has some great documentaries and stuff. So I clicked on obviously the one about special effects. I didn't care about commentary or anything. I want to listen to the guys. And so there's some provenance behind these guys. Like these guys worked on Terminator, Ghostbusters, The Abyss. One guy worked hand in hand with James Cameron. And also, did you see who produced this movie, Pete?
No.
Gail Ann Hurd, James Cameron's ex-wife, who helped him do Terminator and The Abyss.
All of them.
Yeah. So she was involved. So if you get an alien vibe, she was freaking there, man. I mean,
a lot of movie vibes in this from other movies.
This is
of other movie
Terminator, The Thing, Aliens.
Alien. If you've seen Moontrap with Bruce Campbell and Walter Koenig, this copy of this film.
That was one of the big things me and Dad loved the most about this because it made us remember Moontrap, which is fucking hard to find.
It is hard to find on YouTube.
It is on YouTube, but I wanted a physical copy. Yes, the Blu-ray's $120.
That's not happening.
But the DVD is less than 20. So we may be getting the DVD.
Yeah, I did see Moontrap when I was a kid on VHS. I remember
did too.
renting that because it was Walter Koenig and I was a Star Trek fan. And I just happened to get Bruce Campbell on top of that. So I'm like, this is great. And there were boobs. So
there was boobs. It was one Dad introduced me to. I mean, I still I don't remember the movie perfectly. No, I remember the opening shot of the credits, and I know it was Walter Koenig, and he's doing push-ups, and he's doing like he's freaking kind of ripped a little bit in here. And I don't know what it is. Like that image is burned in my brain. And then I do also remember the half robot, half Bruce Campbell face. He's doing a Bruce Campbell face.
Sure is.
Just like that. But I really want to cover that one day. But I want to make sure you and I have a physical copy in our hands when we do it. But yeah, this movie, it's Moontrap on the ocean. And Nate hates my underwater monster movies, which is just kind of in that vein.
On top of the water.
It's on top of water.
Nate can calm down. This is on top of the water. It's fine. It's
Anna
fine.
hates anything with water. So I was like, it's just me and Pete here tonight.
Yeah,
so we're going to cover a movie everyone else is going to hate. But I was like 50-50 on you. But I kind of had a feeling once it got into the robots and the gore that you were going to be like, oh, I get it now. Like,
are we getting into the movie now?
I'll get into it. Let's jump right into it. Yeah.
From the jump, this movie spoke to me because it was ridiculous. It was Cold War, Mir space station. Yeah, but it wasn't even, it was 99. So it was well past the Cold War. It was still that Russian tension. Right. And I had the opportunity to watch this. My wife had one of her dear friends over, and this gal is a linguist. She speaks a number of languages fluently, and Russian is one of them. And I had the absolute pleasure of sitting next to this gal as she's like, as she's in real time translating what these cats are saying. Now, I don't know if you watched it with the subtitles on. I
didn't need to, because I've seen this movie so many times.
So when the Russians are speaking Russia, they're speaking Russian. Yeah, sure. Russian. Sometimes it's translated like when they're playing chess, bishop to king 5 or what the hell,
whatever she did. Yeah.
Right. That's all translated into English, and our friend Sarah there is saying, they're saying that, and then it says speaks in Russian, because I don't know if they got lazy or if you're just it just doesn't matter. So when it said speaks in Russian, Sarah starts translating it, and they're just saying like, hey, do you see that over there? Yes, I do see that over there. Are you okay? Is everything? What is that? What might that be? Oh no, it's coming right for us.
It's coming right for
us. Right. But it was fun as they're saying this. Sarah is translating it, and she's just translating it like a translator would translate. I'm
just saying the words to you.
The words. Yes. And I'm like, you could put a little pizzazz on that, right?
Okay, funny. Now I love that you said that, because there's a little bit of trivia that they redubbed it in Russia Russian, because the actors doing it did it so flat and rigid that they were like, no, that's not how Russians would speak. So they redubbed the Russian for Russia. I was like, that's hilarious. And now to hear how you were even like, that's a little flat. You could put some power. Russia thought the same thing. Like, no, this is no good.
This is no good. We want emotion. You got the state wants emotion from your acting.
Also, I want everybody to know that I did not pick Virus because it included Russians to go with my B action Russian movies that I'm picking. I actually kind of never even registered that it was a Russian ship, because after that, it doesn't matter that it's Russian once you get past the beginning.
Because the one Russian survivor speaks perfect English.
She speaks great English.
As if somehow she grew up in America speaking English her entire life, even though she's of Polish descent. It don't matter.
And a redhead. Yeah.
And a redhead. And a redhead. Redheads, the redheads are actually the virus. They infect the world.
Yep.
They're just everywhere. They just pop up here and there.
Yep.
And then they spread their ginger virus. The
ginger virus. Also, like robots, they have no soul. So
exactly. They just look right through you. This is soulless eyes, black eyes like a doll's eyes.
Like a doll's eyes. Yeah. No underwater creatures in this one, unfortunately. Not even a fish. Not anything. But another big thing about this movie before we get into like the robots and stuff is for 1999, 98, this was like filmed between 97, 98. It's supposed to come out early.
It was released late. Yeah.
Even in that era, there is a shit ton of practical effects, even down to the ship is a model from the abyss.
Yes.
And when you do that, it just works.
They're wonderful. They built this 9 foot tall, 4,000 pound robot.
Yes.
Robot. And this robot can move and it can emote. It's
They
got a Johnny Five face to it, so it kind of gives you a little.
the
every
guy
once in a
who
while-
the guy who did it, Pete, built Johnny Five.
Well, of course.
I'm telling you, man, if there's a robot movie, these guys were on it. And I think that's what just drew me to it. One of the guys did Class of 1999, with the teachers and stuff in it.
That's Pam Grier,
Like,
right?
yeah, Pam Grier.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
I'm putting together, watching this behind the scene featurette going, this explains it. Like, this truly is what I love to see. All these elements are working for me, and it's all right here in all its awesome glory. And all of the robots were built. There is a CG robot. It's the giant one, because they had a lot of it was programmed to do certain movements. And because it was so big, that took time. And it finally just got to, we're running out of time, we're running out of money. Let's animate this as best we can. I have zero problem with a little bit of CG and a lot of practical effect. That is always going to be a big check mark for me.
This is the era of. I mean, we're just starting to get into CG at this time. The CG is brand new, and it's become affordable as of '99. It's not. It's no longer cost. It no longer costs more than the practical effects. They're about even Steven at this point.
Yeah.
Which is why they still use a lot of practical effects in this movie.
And it works when you're not CGing a humanoid, like the Scorpion Rock. We're always going to go back to that one.
Oh God.
Right.
Oh God.
You're sitting there going, well, that looked like shit. Well, yeah, but what's a
it
lot easier is to animate an already robotic thing that you can you're like, I can make it look like that. That's easier than a human face emoting. There's body parts on it. Who gives a shit? It's just pieces. So it works whenever it does animate itself. And then it cuts to live action, cuts to the animated, cuts to live action. I'm like, I'm loving it. I'm like, this is it.
That's where
to me, this is peak.
Yeah, this is where I feel like today's cinema is moving towards. Like, they're not relying strictly on like the good films out there, right? The big films.
Right. They're
not
kind of going
relying
backwards as far as CG.
Right. They're not relying solely on CG. They're making practical puppets. I think, what was it? Rise of Skywalker was a really good one where they had these crystal dogs, and they were mostly puppets, but they animated it with CG so that it looked otherworldly, and it was beautiful.
Right.
It was seamless. It was wonderful. Book of Boba Fett, same way. Lots of melting, like big giant puppets, but when they get to the face and the face has to actually emote and talk, it's like, okay, yeah, sure, we're gonna move that mouth with CG instead of
we're gonna CG and stuff like that.
Way cheaper, and I'm okay with that. Whereas
I have no problem.
And this movie also did that. So this movie, frankly, was ahead of its time. It was trying to meld those
I agree.
two together. And boy, I give this movie a big pass. The CG's bad. It's like some of those doors that are ripped off. And like,
it's not the robot. It's the surroundings.
It's mostly the surroundings and the miscolorations.
The fire is a little off,
but it gets a full pass. I'm not going to take I'm not going to take any points off of it for any of that stuff, because it was the time. And it was quite frankly the inability of the software and the hardware of the time, even the programmers, quite frankly.
So let's step back a little bit and let's go into the characters themselves and the actors. I want to say, and I love this movie, but Pete, you've kind of hit the nail on the head as far as the robots go. The actors are the weakest part of this entire movie. Jamie Lee Curtis is miscast in this movie.
Hello, I'm phoning in my performance.
Donald Sutherland he just wanted to be anywhere but he goes, I get to speak. Yeah, I get to speak in a bullshit accent and not hardly keep it the whole time.
We're watching this movie, and Jody and I are making fun of his pirate Irish accent. Arr, me mateys. It's $30 million we're getting.
Yeah. Oh my God.
$30 million.
That's my whole life saved. I mean, it's not.
We should parlay with the robots. I think we'll come out on top. What do you think, laddie?
It's horrible. Jamie Lee Curtis can act, and she's acting in this movie, but she doesn't give a shit.
But she doesn't give a shit.
If you take Jamie Lee Curtis, recast her, take Donald Sutherland, recast them, and take, I kind of hate it, but Billy Baldwin's a wet towel in this movie. If you recast those three, I'm cool with everyone else in this movie.
Frankly, is Billy Baldwin ever not a wet towel in a movie? The whole Baldwin family is just such punchable faces. I cannot take the Baldwins. I don't have a problem with them personally. They just want to punch them.
He might be one of the least problematic ones in that family. Him and Adam Baldwin, the one from Firefly. I think that's Baldwin. Yeah, I like him.
He is
a lot.
Baldwin. He must be the milkman boy because he doesn't look like the rest of them.
That's what it is. I don't think he's fully Baldwin.
He's got the name, but he's got a different mom or something.
Yeah, and you could kind of see the face a little bit. I want to say I liked Billy in Backdraft, which is still not an action movie. Those of you that listen to
wasn't Donald Sutherland in Backdraft too?
Yes, he was.
Not 2, also. Excuse me.
But yeah, Backdraft 2, which I think is a movie that happened.
It would not surprise me. That movie made enough money for a direct DVD.
But I kind of remember that I didn't hate him, but I also remember like Billy Baldwin doing movies like Fair Game with Cindy Crawford, and that was the only thing I remember from that movie is Cindy Crawford's boobs.
Because it's Cindy Crawford. I mean,
what boy didn't have that poster hanging up in his bedroom? I did.
Guilty.
Yellow bathing suit. But he's not very heroic in this movie because it's kind of Jamie's like Sigourney Weaver movie.
I don't think anybody's very heroic in this movie.
And that's a problem. Really. I don't have a hero, and
There's
they're not
no
pieces.
Hero, right?
They're not shitty people. They're salvagers.
Correct. Right. They're actually there to do a job. They're like, and they're being opportunistic because of what the position that Donald Sutherland put them in.
He lost an entire one rope. Where's like, aren't they supposed to be tied off with multiple lines to this barge?
And why is a tugboat in the middle of the ocean? I
feel like that deal probably wasn't on the level. You know what I mean? Like, I think he took the long way around.
Conversation I had with Jody, like, this is all under the table. He's smuggling a whole container ship of shipping containers.
Yeah,
because he bought. It sounded like in the film that he bought.
He leveraged his entire life savings.
This is all him, and none of it's insured. If it's not insured, it's definitely not above board. If you know,
right?
What I mean.
Yeah,
he was trying to retire high on the hog with whatever he was shipping over. Who the hell knows what that was in there? Was it drugs?
Just IKEA cabinets.
Was it people? Shit, I don't know. It could have been
people dead if they in there.
well, they lost the whole ship, so yeah,
that tug gone
of the ocean.
Look, the hurricane storm looked awesome in this movie. I really believe
the miniatures were delicious.
God, the miniature was just wonderful. Fantastic.
Every time it cut to, because that was a real ship. From what little I read, that was a real
they were on a ship.
It was scuttled. It wasn't scuttled. That's the wrong word. It was.
No, it was docked. It was.
It was. Yeah. Right. It was decommissioned. It was docked. It was there. They had to paint it up nice and other half
of it. The other half was
right because they couldn't
rusted.
afford it. Right. It was very funny.
You ever seen the movie Down Periscope with Kelsey Grammer and the USS Rust Bucket? I feel like I need a shot just to get on this damn thing. That's what I picture right there.
Yeah. But the miniatures, whenever they got real close, it was just brought my Godzilla soul, like, oh, that's so good. These waves are crashing over this tiny ship, and they got it focused in so close it looks real. There was weight to it. It was really
was weight to it, and it's filmed well. There's not a lot this movie does, except that this movie, and I think they did it on purpose. There does come a point where you fucking forget they're in the middle of a hurricane.
Well,
till the last damn second.
You need a breath before the hurricane comes back.
But they're also going through a ton of shit. But now it's like, oh shit, there's a hurricane outside. I totally forgot
Oh
about.
yeah, look at that, or a typhoon, or whatever it was. Were they in the Pacific? If it's Pacific, I think it's typhoon.
I think they said it was the Pacific Theater is what
so
it said
it's
whenever
typhoon in the Pacific Ocean.
yeah. And international waters, Russia's doing tests that they probably shouldn't be testing. Like, I love that they look up what the ship is when they find it, and they're like, "Oh, it's a research academy thing. No armaments whatsoever, but it's got a cache of fucking gas mask, weapons, rocket launchers, and
Surface air
missiles."
missile.
I'm like, that sounds exactly like something Russia would say. There's no guns, no bombs.
We are peaceful. We are peaceful science vessel. Peaceful
vessel.
We are studying science.
We are not a nuclear vessel. A what? That's for all our Star Trek nerds right there. If you got that reference, thank you. We love it. The Voyage Home will always be the greatest Star
Walter
Trek
Koenig
movie.
had been a great cameo in this movie?
Oh God, it would have been awesome. Then that definitely would have been like, all right, we're just making Moontrap, right? That's exactly what would have happened.
I'll take Bruce Campbell in one of these parts. Give me Bruce Campbell as Billy Baldwin instead.
Look,
or
going
the
back
captain,
to
or
that,
Kyle Sutherland.
I would have took him as the captain.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, those three kind of kill the characters. I like Squeaky. I like Billy Baldwin's buddy that gets took first. I like him. I like the Samoan, island dude. That was what they called him.
I know, but Squeaky dies by bad cable management because they didn't
Really
have the
bad
money.
cable. Really bad. Look, that brings up one of my favorite things about this, which I think is fucking brilliant. When you're doing a practical movie, and we've seen it in all the behind the scenes stuff, we've seen it in The Thing, we've seen it in Terminator. When you watch the behind the scenes featurettes, the number one thing they got to make sure they do is hide the cables. But you made a movie that the cables are important to the plot. And I'm like, oh, now that's fucking smart. Works fantastically.
I see the cable. Of course you do. There's lots
yeah,
of them.
you
Look at
do.
all the cable.
We just
Look at all
watch
of
the
it.
cable crawl in the hole. That's the whole point. It's
They
a
need
face
power
hugger
from
running
something.
off.
Battery technology wasn't what it is today.
Wi-Fi was dodgy.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. That's
we
why
didn't
you
have
can't
Bluetooth.
Transmit yourself all over the world. My goodness.
But yeah, I thought that was. I was watching it today, having that realization going. Of course, you could see the cables, but you needed it to make these things do these things.
Or
I'm like,
data transfer and power that you needed them, and
right. But the animatronics needed it. The puppeteers
also the puppeteers
needed
those. Yeah.
The Antony, whatever the captain of the Russian ship, the first robot we see, they showed the puppeteer. He's in an armature, so when he moves his arms, the robot's moving its arms. Like, it's as if he's fully controlling it. He's the first one they see down the hallway.
Yeah,
it has the gun attached.
The first Borg.
It's totally Borg.
hey, Star Trek fans.
We're totally Star Trek in this. Nate's dying right now.
Yeah, he's dying. He's like, fuck
you fucking Trekkies.
Nerds,
we don't
nerds.
We don't hawk Trek here. Get out of here.
We
have the
start of
phaser gun.
This is before they hit the Delta Quadrant. This is they were experimenting with Earth way before the 24th century or whatever.
Whichever one it is. I don't remember. I'm not that big of a nerd. I watch Next Generation over and over again, but that's about it. But no, I was watching this behind the scene featurette and just seeing the joy. So I'll tell you this. There was one guy, the main guy, the guy that did Johnny Five and Ghostbusters and all this other stuff. And he's talking about this movie. He's talking about like this. Yep. Did that movie. I did robots one time and I was really fucking good at it. And now it's all I fucking do is robots. I'm like, bro, do you have any emotion? Everyone else is like, I had a ball. I got to make all the dead people at the end. This was a dream job. And it cut back to the other guy going, yeah, I made that robot.
So the guy at robots is good at making robots, and he's a robot too.
And he's basically a robot. And I just kept laughing every time the guy came on screen because he's just like, you could tell he's still like, I did a good job, I know it. But he was just like, yep, I did that. That was me. I made that robot. I was like, that's funny. I just got a kick out of it. I love those making of featurettes. It's the first time
give
I've
me
seen
both.
it for this movie. So it was kind of a real treat.
Was
to
this
sit
like
there.
a TV? Do you remember like the big films would have like before the film came out, they'd have a making of, and they'd put it half-hour show on TV. And they were terrible. They were bad.
HBO was bad about doing that.
Oh, they're
HBO would always
terrible.
do those. I think they were kind of out of, favor by that
Oh, okay.
time. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
sure there was.
that was an 80s, early 90s thing, wasn't it? Like
It really
you'd
was.
have
Well,
a featurette before the next Indiana Jones movie come out or something like that.
yeah, or because there was no internet, so if you weren't buying the magazines or anything like that,
Oh,
or
yeah.
on message
Cinema
boards,
Escape or well,
Fangoria or
Fangoria.
Starlog,
Starlog, that's the other one. Yep.
yeah, Starlog was another big one. So yeah, it was. They had to put these featurettes out, and there was no like bonus features. Once in a blue moon, you would get a VHS that would have one of those featurettes at the end.
At the end, it was tacked on the end. Yep.
Credits, and you'd have to look at the back because they would make sure you knew.
There's something after the credits. Please keep watching.
Stay tuned. It would be at the beginning of the.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Before the movie started.
Stay
It's like,
tuned
stay
after
tuned
the feature. Exactly. So I knew that they were on a lot of
Welcome
VHSs
to
like
Give
that.
Me Back, folks.
Hey man, that's another thing I want to do for 2026. I want to dig into the nostalgia of this. Why is Virus a movie I feel is a give me back movie? It's exactly what we're talking about. Practical robots, practical effects that work really well, but also give me a fucking R-rated movie that earns that R. This movie has probably as much gore as Hellraiser does. Like when it gets into the little factory where it's building body parts
it's
and
gross.
robots, there's upside down torsos that I swear they took from Predator hanging back there.
I saw that. Yep.
There's old dude that had Quado in his gut. Is that Dean Norris? I forget what that guy's name is.
The ship pilot.
The pilot. That guy.
He was
Woods.
in something. I can't remember.
Oh, Marshall Bell. That's his name. But I'm pretty sure he's Quado. He's also in Starship Troopers. He's the one that's hiding in the cabinet from the brain bugs, and then Michael Ironside knocks the shit out of him to calm him down. That's that guy.
Where I think Quado's where I remember him the most.
Quado's the big one you know him for.
That one sparked a memory in my brain pan for sure.
But his fucking head's just laying on a table, like just
there it is. Yep.
And you watched them cut the brain out, and
Ooh,
they're literally, dude. I had RoboCop 2 vibes straight from that when they pulled Kane's brain out of that. Yeah, killer robots again. Charlie loves this shit. But he pulling those brains out, and then they figure out how to communicate with the entity that's in this ship, and you're watching this movie and you're like, oh, the ship has a virus. No, this entity thinks humans are a virus. I like that little bit of a flip.
Man is the monster, not the creature.
Right. And they're like, well, what do you want? And it starts listing body parts it needs, like the optical nerve, pieces of the brain. And they're like, it's a shopping list. It's just, we just need these pieces, this part,
Here's Grey's Anatomy. Just pick out what you need and yoink, put it there.
And, and there's so many different robot creatures in here. Like it's not just the same thing.
Right. You got creepy crawlers. You got like these arachnids on the floor. You got this flying weird thing. Ugh, that was gross.
Awesome.
Because
that's in my
was skin. That was skin that was on the like,
it's the flying. Does it have a name for it? What do they call it?
For those
dragonfly
of you
virus.
Aren't on YouTube, Charlie's showing us his virus toy that he bought.
Yeah,
years
it
ago.
comes with the dragonfly, and those are the wings.
Dragonfly,
yeah. So
it has flesh wings for sure.
So it's not all of them on the back, but you could get the dragonfly. You could get the scorpion, which you saw. It had little locking pliers.
Sure did.
As its claw. You could get a crab virus. I think that is a real
I don't remember
virus.
seeing that. I remember seeing a sea louse or one of those sea lice.
There, a beetle. So there's a beetle, which might have been like a pill bug. And then they made the giant monster at the end, the Goliath. Let's see. Hopefully they're showing up for them, Anna.
That Goliath was a separate toy.
Yes, it was totally separate.
Right.
I thought it was a Build-A-Figure at first, but it turned out
also a build-up figure. It's both. There's both.
But you get all the little dudes in here. So
Mhm.
this had you could get Alexei. That's the first robot you see. The Russian captain.
Yes, he was the Russian captain. Yes,
that was Nadia's
that
husband.
was dating or stooping Nadia. Yeah.
Well, he's wearing the ring. She goes, "That was my husband."
Oh, that's right.
So Nadia, they made a figure. They made a figure of Squeaky,
I just thought
and
she was naughty. Yeah,
she's pretty hot. I would have rather her been the main character than
Jamie.
Than Jamie Lee. Yeah. When you're doing a movie like this, first off, you should have went like, this is not Alien. This is not Terminator. We don't need this giant name. Let's just put some good actors in here that are going to sell it. Because that's what most monster sci-fi features were. Maybe one named actor. That could have been Billy Baldwin. Maybe then it would have worked better because he has zero chemistry with Jamie Lee Curtis in this movie.
Supposedly there are a couple question mark. Maybe.
Yeah. I'm not upset that they leave it vague because I definitely didn't need that storyline.
We didn't need any romance in this. There wasn't time for romance in this. And
there wasn't time. So another thing I wanted to bring up, we have a missing episode from last year. We have a lost episode that we recorded, never made it out. It was file corrupted, everything. Last year, we recorded an episode of Deep Rising, another underwater monster on a ship. A lot of themes with this one.
It's the greatest episode we ever recorded.
No one will ever hear
it. It's lost. I'm sorry.
But Treat Williams' charismatic acting worked so well, and then for him to be involved with Jean Grey, I can't think of Famke Janssen.
Famke Janssen, yeah.
That worked amongst the chaos because they were smart and they made that movie somewhat be okay with comic relief in it. Like that movie had a bit of comic relief that worked really well.
Little tongue in cheek going through that whole film, and it was well received. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Oh yeah,
did this have any jokes in it?
I think one or two, and it was basically from Squeaky and Billy Baldwin, and then the Samoan island guy and Woods going at each other back and forth. I mean, I don't miss it. I do kind of like, maybe it's kind of like Aliens, where there's a few jokes in Aliens, but it doesn't change the tone of the movie. It doesn't change the tone of this movie. I love the tone.
Brings this group of people together as like a cohesive team. Like, even Sutherland says late in the film that he and his
Woods.
Sutherland and Woods had been together for 25 years.
25 years.
25 years. And Sutherland is looking at the head of this man with no emotion. Like, wow.
None. Like, you would think you'd be friends by that point in 25 years.
Shed some sort of a tear. You work with somebody for 25 years. You might not like them, but they are your friend.
There was a line Donald Sutherland said in here, and I'm trying to remember exactly what it was said. I think it was when they first saw the radar of the Russian ship, because he's in his cabin loading the pistol with a gun because he's lost everything, and he's gonna do it. And Woods comes downstairs and goes, "Captain, we need you up top. There's something out there. It's dead in the water." And Donald Sutherland goes, "I'll be there in a minute." And if it goes too fast, you're not thinking on it. He's got a gun in his mouth. I'll be there in a minute. I'll also be dead in the water. I was like, if you could have pulled that kind of dialogue and delivery consistently in this movie, would have been a whole lot better. But I was just saying, because he pauses the correct amount where it's like, that's not what you meant. You weren't meaning like, I'll be there in a minute, like I'll be up top. It's like, I'll be dead in the water here in a minute too. because he's ready to just end it. And then he has the epiphany of, well, maybe it's, salvage. Let's go see what's going on.
Right, salvage, right.
And I'm probably giving it a lot more credit than it is, but I do feel like that was purposeful. I feel like that was I'm about dead too. So I think it's time for us to hit a commercial. What do you think?
I would love a commercial.
Let's do it.
You're watching the USA Network.
Do you like horror movies?
Do you like hanging out with your friends?
Do you like having a laugh?
Do you like podcasts?
Well, you should check out our podcast, Spoils of Horror.
We're not a review show.
We're a horror movie hangout where we talk about movies that are lost, forgotten, popular, and bizarre, all in the scary realm.
You can listen to our podcast while you're doing just about anything.
You could be washing your dishes.
You could be washing your cat.
You could be washing your genitals. All forms of genitals accepted.
We are a fully inclusive genitalia show.
Yes, we are the #1 ideal podcast for washing your genitals.
Our genital Yelp reviews are unsurpassed.
5.5 stars.
You don't want to know where that half came from.
Now that you know that, check us out on all major platforms.
You can search for Spoils of Horror on all social media sites.
Come and hang out with us. We'd love to see you.
And your genitals.
Bye.
Just when you thought you were safe, the terror continues with another chilly tale tonight on USA Network's Saturday Nightmares.
So I would be remiss, like, we danced around the word Charlie as Donald Sutherland is trying to, or thinking about.
Yeah, I said gun in his mouth. I kind of figured people would take it.
You could have also said something like sewer slide.
Oh, that's right. That's the new phrase the kids are throwing around.
Yourself. Yes, the kids are doing that, especially the kids over at Spoils of Horror.
That's what I thought.
They turned me on to that. Those phrases.
They turn everybody on, Pete.
I was trying to get that joke in before we took a break, and I
I love that we came back with it. I think that's awesome. I also not speaking of Spoils of Horror, but they also just did
we can talk about them. They're not here.
Well, again, not planned. They messaged me saying, "Hey, we're taking a break. Can we share one of the episodes they were on?" And we've done that. Like we got ones from other podcasts. When
good beer. You did that for us when we lost.
I've done it for you guys. So I gave them the class of 1999. So that one came out. So it's nothing but fucking killer robots for Charlie's birthday.
4 days. What? Let's re-release Chopping Mall. I mean, let's just and RoboCop 2. I mean, the trifecta. Let's go.
What we'll do is when I'm out of them, we'll just roll back and we'll just have like this. We'll talk about each one again and bring them all. I don't know if I'll ever run out of killer robot movies. There's always
Jocks. We got Robot Jocks.
That was the action last year. That one was on there. Yeah. So we did that one, but no, I think I would still count like my sea monster movies in the same category, so Deep Rising will make its appearance again. And, we'll have a few others that'll go, because this movie also has those feels of Leviathan and Deep Star 6
without being underwater. They absolutely do. You're trapped on a ship. You're trapped on a very, very small island.
Claustrophobic. Yeah.
The whole thing is. And I love how the robots are sealing doors. These robots are intelligent. It's an alien life form that has some sort of the life form is electrical of some sort. It's theorized but not explained, and that I like so very much. I don't need it explained.
It was an energy source ship that we saw at the beginning, or an entity, whatever it was. And it passed through the Mir station right as it was transmitting data down to the ship, and it right. It's Toho science. I don't give a shit. To me, it worked. They explained it well enough. Boom, we're here. And now, as we talked about, all these little vestiges of the monster are still connected to the brain of it. So it's not like all these things are out there doing their own thing. I do think Donald Sutherland's robot later still has sentience more than, say, like Squeaky and the other ones.
He either was allowed sentience or his alpha male afforded him that sentience, because he definitely, when he appeared, he definitely was not a drone like Squeaky was.
Right.
Or even Alexi. Alexi, I think, was also a drone. Like
he was definitely a drone, because he's basically just going off of synopsises. Squeaky, I love the way they did Squeaky, where because it helps it for Donald Sutherland's character later. I like that when Squeaky appears, there's another bigger robot behind him, almost like Squeaky's on a leash.
Yes.
And, it's kind of somewhat controlling what Squeaky does, because Squeaky's like bait. He's a lure to bring in, because I mean, fucking Billy Baldwin just opens that goddamn door like, motherfucker, have you not seen what's going on? I get it, that's your friend, but maybe wait till you can see him, not a shadow of him, before you open that fucking
looks
door.
Like Squeaky. Hold on. Why don't we just wait a second here?
Let's take a beat.
And Squeaky also seems to say, and I don't know if this was programmed by the robot that's controlling him, but he does go, was it Steven? Was it?
It was Steve.
Yeah, Steve. He asked that question a couple of times. So at that point in time, Squeaky was either programmed, or
I'm gonna say he was fully programmed.
Had some sort of remnants of his old self,
a memory or something.
A memory to go, huh? But he still couldn't control himself.
Right, because they do a great shot of him where just his upper torso comes through that hole in the wall, and dude lights him up. But he doesn't feel, I guess he's a machine and he's not alive, but he doesn't feel Donald Sutherland alive at the end. And I like that because Donald Sutherland feels like he accepted what the alien was giving him. He embraced it.
He's like, gimme.
Well, he's old. He looks at a younger picture of himself because he let himself down. He's lost everything. He technically, even if for some god reason they killed this machine, he still doesn't get the salvage on this Russian derelict because the girl's alive. So maritime law, he's lost the millions he would have made, the thousands he was planning on making. He went willingly to this entity. And so whenever it basically took his head off and plopped it on the Russian body, which I thought was badass. That was cool.
I love the tattoo on his chest.
It's right there. I will tell you something though that will break your heart, because it broke mine. So Donald Sutherland did this movie. He's in a lot of this movie. And so they got their money's
he
worth
sure
out.
is.
Robot Donald Pleasance, though, he goes, you got one fucking day. I'm not putting this shit on ever again. I will show up, you put it on, you better get what you need. And they're like, you want us to do your entire, like that whole scene on the bridge definitely takes more than a day to do.
You'd think so,
camera setups and everything. And they had the fake animatronic one for, stuff that Donald Pleasance was going to do, which is beautifully done.
Sutherland, please.
Sutherland. Yeah.
Just killing me.
Jamie Lee Curtis, Pleasance, whatever,
Jamie Lee Richardson, whatever.
Fuck it. Fucking Captain
Ahab,
whatever he is. Ahab, there you go. But anyway, he's like, you got one day. So they're scrambling. Let's get this done. They have put thousands of dollars into this makeup. They've worked their butts off. They get his face looking great. It's got the scars. It's got everything.
Oh, and he's got these whoopie doopie doos that come up on his.
Oh, eyes. He does the Borg lens.
He's got that. He's got a robot pirate patch. And he goes,
the visor.
Arr,
just beep, beep.
I'm maybe still Sutherland. Maybe taking over this vessel. Arr.
But they did all this, and then the back of his head, They had it opened up to an exposed brain and these electrodes that went in and they were lit up and it was backlit. And they had this plan for this camera to go around and show it. When they got ready, when Donald Pleasance gets the makeup on and they get him out there to go, he goes, "Where's my hat?" And they're like, "Donald, you don't have a hat in this scene. We're showing off all the work we've done." He goes, "I want my fucking hat." They fought with him for a while till they finally just said, "Fuck it." He's wearing that goddamn captain's hat.
I
felt bad for them because of that.
Is royalty. I mean,
he is, but that's also grumpy old fucking man
also
attitude.
That I get it. Like, okay, so I'm Donald Sutherland.
You almost said it too.
Yeah, right. I'm old fucking Pete, right? So what is he, like 65, 70 at this time?
He had to have been.
I don't blame him for saying, like, boys, here's the dig. I'm doing this once. You're not getting me this makeup twice.
But their argument was he sat through, because they had to use him to make the prosthetics. Yeah. He knew this was coming and waited till the day they were going to put the makeup on him. Like, I think it was the day before when they set the day. He's like, "This is the day we're filming this." And he goes, "1 day. That's all you get me for." And they've got that blocked out for 2-3 days.
Move. That's a
total dick move.
You need to do that at the beginning. Like, okay, I'm signing my contract, but
that's your contract negotiation
where there's this prosthetic thing going on. Go for it, man. But you got me for 1 day. I'm only going to put that shit on once.
Now they could have planned that all out. And then the real dig was throwing the hat on, covering up amazing, because they showed the prosthetic. It looked amazing. I'm like, I've always wondered about that. And I just thought, well, they just wanted it because he's such the captain. He would never give up his hat. Maybe that's what he thought he was doing as an actor. But motherfucker, you're in a sci-fi creature
Monster
feature.
Movie. Right.
We're here for the effects, not your Oscar-worthy, not worthy performance in this movie. But like I said, I thought that would break your heart hearing that. But they showed a scene, because they were talking about all these robots and they're making it.
Okay.
And so it was a legit behind the scenes thing, and they were doing the Goliath monster, which is what the giant one is. The camera pans over to Jamie Lee Curtis, and she looks like she could stare hellfire through everyone at that moment. And I went, there it is. I said, there's that. I hate this movie. I saw that moment in her eyes. So she either just didn't know what she was in for, doing something like that with creatures. Because they said the Goliath, you could program it to do certain movements. Boom, 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 boom. And it would repeat because it's all hydraulics.
Yeah.
Well, if the director or the actors go, "This isn't working," and they go, "Okay, we have to reprogram
it. Yeah.
You now have to wait till that's done, do all the tests. I get that wears on you as an actor or an actress or whatever, but I'm like, I think you should prepare yourself for what you're getting into. Just like Donald Sutherland, you're going to wear makeup. Know what you're getting into. Jamie Lee Curtis, you're not, unknown from big production, like special effect movies. She did True Lies. You're telling me you didn't have
5
days
years.
of just, sitting there waiting for pyro to get done or squibs or anything? But
she got paid for True Lies. Did she get paid?
She got
for
paid
this
good.
one?
She got paid good for that. Dude, she did this for the paycheck.
I
think I read that there's like she paid off a house or something with this.
Oh, good for her.
but then there, I didn't watch the interview, but I read the thing that where she's like, she went to this like big Hollywood party, and it was like the bad movie party. Everyone was supposed to bring like their worst movie.
I got one.
She had the balls, and I'm saying I don't give a fuck. She had the balls to basically tell this interviewer, like, I was walking into that party winning because I did Virus. I'm like, fuck you.
It wasn't that bad, but
it's not.
But so Jamie Lee Curtis and Donald Sutherland, we have a couple of, and I'm gonna call. I said it once. I'm gonna say it again.
Say it.
Royalty.
Royalty.
This is Hollywood royalty. Both of these people. Baldwin, at this point, Sure.
He's part of a couple princes, I guess.
Right,
you know,
right. He's
there are a
in the
few dukes.
He's in the aristocracies of somehow, somewhere.
Yeah.
He's a low-level duke, I suppose. Dookie. 'cause
Duke
his
of
face looks
Wesselton.
like yeah, right. Duke of punch you in the face. God, I can't stand to look at him. Anywho,
It's all Baldwins.
This movie would have served itself better by getting. I love what you said, Charlie. Put Billy Baldwin in this and get me a couple of unknowns.
Yep.
Maybe not unknowns, but not Donald Sutherland and Jamie Lee Curtis. I know why you got these two, because they're driving the film. They're making the poster look great.
To me, I was like, they went, just give us some of the biggest names you can think of and we'll cast a net. And whatever fucking reason, these two people said yes. I'm like, that's your fault.
A sci-fi horror movie it's a hard thing to, man, it's a hard
very
thing to do.
hard.
Even James Cameron with his Avatar movies, that's all animated. No one's putting their face on that just in case it sucked. And I don't know
now
how
it's making now it's making billions of dollars.
Yeah, whatever. It's terrible.
Dude, I haven't watched the most recent two. I watched the first one.
I watched the first one, and that's it.
I'm telling you, I'm not probably going to watch the next one. I am not interested at all.
At all.
They do not like the wow of that story, and the 3D of it is over. I haven't even watched. I've watched Avatar twice, and I didn't really.
Wow,
I didn't really need to.
Time.
I watched it. I went to the theater and I saw it, and then we rented it or watched it on streaming, and I watched it that way. Because I could take a pee break, but I was just like, I was like, yeah, I'm good. Like I don't need to see this.
The story
anymore.
Wasn't that interesting to me.
No,
it's like, whatever. That's
my whole give me back shit. Like this is
gentrification and appropriation. It's not cool.
Yeah, and raping the lands of minerals and goods and
unobtainium. I want to punch James Cameron in the face for unobtainium. Fuck you.
Apparently, I don't know, but there's another thereafter in this most recent one.
I don't care.
I'm like, just fucking take the whole planet. Like I don't.
Don't pay attention to me,
Yeah,
I'm worthless, Torium.
I'm over that whole thing here. It's where I would much rather watch this movie twice, and you still wouldn't be done with your Avatar movie, probably.
True. I'll have more fun with this one. By the way, I want to. So I was interested. You picked this movie, and I looked it up on IMDb before I got it from the library.
Stop it. It's my birthday. You're not supposed to be mean.
And so, you go on IMDb and you go like action, horror, action, comedy, drama, horror, whatever.
Yeah.
This is alien invasion, body horror, disaster, action, horror, sci-fi, thriller. It it just made me laugh. Like Jody asked me, so is this like an action horror movie? Like, let me look it up. Oh, it's that and more, honey. It is.
It's a little bit of everything.
It's a little bit of everything. And the one thing that it isn't is comedy. And I wish they would have thrown a little bit of silly in it. And
silly, but we're laughing at stuff we shouldn't be laughing at, like Donald Sutherland.
Oh boy, was I laughing!
Yeah, like look, I know what I did.
$30 million.
$30 million. Dollhouse.
I go, you got to parlay this robot here.
Yeah. Oh, he was with me for 25 years. Fuck him.
25 years. And there's his head.
You punched me.
How you doing, me boy?
You don't punch a captain. Don, you punched me.
Like, tis mutiny, I tell you. It's mutiny.
There's booty in them there pants. But, it's... I really do enjoy this movie. We'll talk about... The ending is basically every monster
Oh my
movie
God, this ending is redonkulous.
Oh God, it's like I love the monster, the practical monster, and I do actually like the CG monster, but everything around it. We haven't even talked about the one guy. Hold on, what's his name? It's on the back of my toy. Richie. We haven't talked about Mr. I done PTSD'd my way back to fucking Vietnam, but yeah, I could build anything. I need that.
So much
Ooh,
to say about
I
that.
love he kills a little robot and he goes and picks its parts like what they're doing
I
to
need
humans,
that.
and he's
I
like,
need that.
I
I
can
need
do this.
that.
I can like
You
he's
just shot it.
maniacal.
Did you not just destroy most of what was there? I don't know how cabinetry works, Charlie, but if you shoot a tree, can you use the branches to make a cabinet out of it?
Sure.
Okay.
What you do is the
You're
bullet
really
holes
good at it.
add character. So but Richie, even though he gets a little batshit, I actually kind of like Richie in this one.
Oh.
My favorite scene of Richie is before he goes mad. It's when they find the machine shop that's working and building
He
all
is
the robots.
a kid in a candy shop looking at all those like this machine shop is full of Honda car assembly arms, and it's going
Russian robotics.
whoop, and just putting shit together and making battle bots left and right.
Basically, it's what they're doing.
Yep.
But this is that tiny little bit of comedy that was working for me. Is he reaches over and he kills the breaker to that room, and everything goes dead. They walk out, and then the machine, the ship, electrifies everything, turns it back on, and he leans his head back around the door opening. I lose my shit every time because it's like, what's this motherfucker doing? It just, and then walks through the fucking machine shop as if it's totally safe.
Goes back in. Like, I'd be like, nope.
No. But this
Ladies
guy,
and
he
gentlemen,
loses
we need
his
to cut the
shit.
power to everything because this ain't right.
Look, the Russians had it right. They killed the ship.
The ship was dead in the water.
Dead in the water.
The only thing they didn't do was sink it.
That is, I feel like, the one downside to Nadia, because she has her redemption thing where it's like, we got to sink the ship. You've had that ability. You were hiding in the locker. Why didn't you? It's been 7 days till, they found the ship from the attack. Why didn't you sink it already? Okay, fine. We don't have a movie.
She's one person.
She's basically Newt. You find the girl, she takes off running,
this is so Aliens, it's not even funny. I mean, it's a lot of things, but
it's homages. This movie is not copying one thing, which
really.
I give it its credit. It's
really,
homaging a lot. It's got a whole thing scene because when I keep going back to my figure, what was its name? the Alexi robot, when they bring it up to the captain's deck and they lay it on the table and fucking Richie's poking at this shit, poking its brain.
That's right.
And then we find out, oh fuck, there's still a storm outside. Whoops, we forgot.
Whoopsie.
And Alexi's body falls off. Its skull pops up out of its fucking body, just like Norris does in The Thing, where his head just raises up and does the whole
chest buster. That's that chest buster jump.
Oh, it's every bit of it, and it's glorious.
Oh, it's cool as hell. Yep.
But that's what I like. See, I think we've had this conversation before. When is homaging, or at least putting your own spin on a classic story, when is that wrong? Because we have aliens, yes, but why not have aliens on a terrestrial ship now with robots added to it? They're not xenomorphs. The little robots emulate a face hugger, but they're not acting like face huggers. They're not attacking people like they do. They're actually leading them away. So it's like, you could be like, oh, it's an alien ripoff. I don't think it's ripping it off. I think it's paying homage. It's got flavor, but
sometimes
it's
a
not.
Ripoff is fun. Ripoffs can be totally fun. And
I have watched some that are Alien and Terminator that are straight up ripoff, and they're glorious.
Sudden Death was a Die Hard ripoff, and we had a whole lot of fun with it.
We had a blast with it. Put John McClane in a hockey game. You're not going to get him to do that.
I was not down for that movie. I was down for that movie by the end of it for sure.
See, and that's what it is too many people, I think, will, and I think that's the issue with the bad reviews. Too many people immediately poo-poo it going, oh, it's just an aliens movie.
It's so easy to shit on a movie or shit on anything, quite frankly. It's like, this is the most terrible thing ever.
But if we have that logic, then we're only going to have 5 alien movies, which is going to be Alien, E.T., and a handful, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Like, you can only tell one story of a type of alien. You can't ever do it again. And I think that's bullshit. It really is.
Haunted house movies. Holy shit. They all
slasher movies.
They all slasher movies. They all stem from one thing. Somebody's killing people. Somebody's killing teenagers.
Right. Oh, Scream is just a knockoff of Friday the 13th with a different mask.
Yep.
What? Who can? Like, I want another story. That director may do something different, and
it's way different. No, it really isn't.
Look, and look, even the people that get in trouble. I love Lockdown, which is Escape from New York in Space. John Carpenter sued him and won. I still love the fucking movie. I still love Guy Pearce in that because it's like, okay, I finally got Snake Plissken in space, basically. Like, I think it's a win-win scenario here.
Whoa. So we've got 2 escape movies, right?
2 escape movies, New York and LA.
Kurt Russell's still alive, right?
Yeah, I know. We haven't got space yet.
So,
but
escape from space, escape from the moon.
Well, this was a prison
make that happen.
Space station that the president's daughter was on a humanitarian mission, and they let out one of the convicts and he goes nuts, and then he's able to release the rest of the convicts and they take over the station, and they can't send the military because they'll just shoot them down and kill the hostages. They send one man. His name is Marion Snow. It's Guy Pearce, who is basically Snake Plissken.
Marion Snow.
Marion Snow is his name.
That's not nearly as badass as Snake Plissken.
Well, he's called Snow the entire movie. You don't find out his first name is Mary until the end. But it's a complete
Wilbur.
Yeah, it is totally Escape. But I'm also like, should John Carpenter have won? Like, you never went to space. He didn't have an eye patch. He's not like, is it that close that someone went, yeah, you get the money for it? Because the movie's still badass. Yeah, I guess, but a French judge, but it's the French. Who gives a shit? So it's like, I'm not gonna poo-poo a movie like Virus and go, it's just another alien ripoff movie, and it's not worth my time.
Speaking about foreigners.
I don't know where you're going with that.
Oh, well, okay. So everybody in this movie who dies, the only 2 people that survive this movie are good old American red-blooded.
Oh, the good old Americans.
So
yeah, because Squeaky was Cuban.
Squeaky was Cuban. The black guy dies. The Samoan dies. The Russian dies. And I don't know about the
Donald Sutherland, who is like Irish or whatever he is.
Right.
I think Woods may be the other American that
Captain
died.
Jack O'Sparrow, I think,
is
what he was.
Jack O'Sparrow.
and then Woody or Woods. He was the only other American. So they like this. By the end of this movie, I'm going, holy shit! They killed every minority or ethnic person except the white fucking people.
But they do make Richie the hero, basically. Like, even though he loses his shit, he builds a better escape pod, which is asinine. Like I don't know what.
I got ideas about this escape pod. Keep going, Charlie.
Well, because my logic of watching this is because he's losing his shit. He's building a bomb. He's taking all these RPGs, pieces of missile.
Brain has melted, and he is just like, I'm relying on my engineering skills to get me the fuck out of this ship. And go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say he's relying on. He's a very smart person, but at the same time, he has now taken apart one of the machines, stolen its ocular things, and made night vision goggles. Wearing a bandana, and now has rubbed grease on his black face.
He sure did
as camouflage. He is Bill Duke from Predator. When Bill Duke takes off into the jungle, I'm going to have me some fun. I'm going to have me some fun. That's Richie has lost his damn mind, but he put makeup on his own black face and plays it straight. Fuck y'all, I got my own plan.
Yeah, black man went blackface. It's something to watch, folks. I'm telling you.
And don't change this. This isn't a bad part of the movie.
No,
I'm loving every second of this.
This guy's gone crackers for sure. Like he's lost it. Right.
But my logic in my brain, that's just my storage thing. Sorry, Anna. The logic in my brain is there's these launch tubes for the missiles. So he's made an ejection seat, which was cobbled together by, the Russians did it first. They pointed it out. He's made it better. He also built a rocket in the other launcher as a tether for the escape thing.
Yes.
But the logistics of this means he had to build both of them, carry a shit ton of rope
outside the ship,
drop both sides of the rope down, go back into the ship, hook it to the rocket, hook it to the escape pod, and then hook the escape pod to every firing pin on his explosive device that he has created.
Here's the funny thing, ladies and gentlemen, you will never understand any word that came out of Charlie's mouth just now until you watch this movie.
You're like to watch it.
Oh, but that means he would have to go outside the ship to drop rope on both sides of these Jeffrey tubes. Wait, what?
Yes, because there's no other way to do this.
That's a lot of effort in a short period of time.
And look, I get it because he probably figured out that launch mechanism was just going to basically like you out of the tube, and you're not going to get away from the ship.
It's going to be an old man ejaculation. Yeah,
and he also added a parachute. Bravo!
There's a parachute.
I was like,
There's
yes,
a parachute.
There's a parachute.
There's a legit. That's right.
And they make such a big deal of when Jamie Lee Curtis and the Russian chick are running around. She goes, "Let's get into the survival suits. That way, when we get out of the ship, we'll be able to survive in the water." And Jamie Lee Curtis and her put these suits on, and the one girl gets
each other's bodies perfectly, like
skin tight,
like as if it had been form fitted for those two people.
Vacuum sealed, basically. Old chick gets her fucking body ripped apart, which was a really cool dummy kill. That explosion,
that fire explosion was choice.
That was real. Like that was not one of those bad CG ones. And then I love that they keep showing the body burn, but if you look closely, you see the face of the robot, and it's nothing but the skull through the fire. It looked so cool. Well, anyway, Jamie Lee Curtis is in the survival suit, but we get to the climax where her and Billy Baldwin are trying to get out, and she grabs him and goes, "No, we're both leaving," buckles him in. Like, bitch, you don't know what's out there, and he's not in a survival suit. Like, he's going to last
in jeans.
He's going to last like 15 minutes max, but she'll be fine. Like, it's a whole nother,
so they strap themselves into this chair that's supposed to shoot out this what is it, like a rocket tube or a
it's the missile tube,
torpedo tube, right?
Yeah.
So and earlier on they say, "Oh, this was designed for one. You can't fit any more people." So when she grabs Billy Baldwin and draws him in and buckles him in, I'm like, "Oh, please."
Rip his shoulders off.
Like I'm thinking he's going to get sliced. He's going to get mandolined from his eyebrows to his kneecaps. But it doesn't happen.
It doesn't work. Apparently, it's bigger again. He doesn't get bloody.
Big enough for two people. But oh man, I was like, Jamie Lee Curtis, it'll be fine. Here, I'm going to buckle you in. And he gets sliced in half as they eject through the.
Which is great. Now we do get.
Tube. That's not the right.
We
Jeffrey's tube, is that right?
We call it. We're still on Star Trek mode.
Okay, all right, I know.
So to your
Nate.
credit though, and all this is just against Nate. To your credit, when you're expecting something insane to happen, they do a pretty damn good swerve ending on this movie that I really enjoy. And that's
the Haka or
I forget
Hakaba?
I forget what his
The
name
Samoan,
is, but the Samoan guy.
Yeah.
But
it's good.
So they blow up the ship, because of they've also dumped all the fuel into the hold. So it's ship gone. There's also a giant, like this other ship that's outside of the fog and the storm, and the ship blows up and he's like, that's one hell of a flare. It's just,
the rescue ship is smartly outside of the cyclone or
just
typhoon.
outside of everything, but sees the explosion. Well, anyway, Jamie Lee Curtis and Billy are hanging on like Rose and Jack in Titanic on this piece of ship.
Yes. Except there's plenty of room for both of them on one.
Yeah, they
door.
fit totally fine, James.
Yeah, it's fine.
You son of a bitch. Mm-hmm. But there's one of the boats out there, and the Samoan guy, he's hanging on to it face down, everything, and Jamie Lee Curtis sees him, and she like patched this dude up. He risked his life to save her earlier in the movie, and then he dies. So there's some like, oh, thank God you're alive. You saved me. She swims over to him, and she like pulls on his hair, but lifts his face up, and like all the skin
it's beautiful
is gone off his face. But then he comes to life like fucking Friday the 13th at the end of the movie and just grabs her.
One more jump scare.
It's a great jump scare. And then she wakes up. They're on the rescue helicopter, yada, yada, yada. And it has the squeal of the machine too when he does it. I even now I'm just like, I really, really like this, because any other monster movie, the monster comes back. Like Deep Star 6, it jumps back up. Leviathan, it jumps back up. Deep Rising, it still tries to reach out of the ship and grab them as it explodes, and then it blows up the ship. But for this one to be kind of a slasher-esque movie ending, I was like, I like this a lot. And then, then the movie ends as any other, movie should end, like, a B movie sci-fi. They're safe.
It was a hard ending too.
It was we are done.
Jump scare. Okay, we're done. Yeah. Credits.
Well, again, what do? Do you show the machine coming back out of the water?
No.
To me, this is the end of it.
I'm pretty sure nobody wanted a sequel to this thing. So they're like,
No, nope. But did you know, I didn't know this till not long ago, this is based off of a comic?
I read that, and
it's Dark Horse.
The screenplay was written, and it was given to somebody, and they said we don't have the technology's
not there
to do this. So they they sold the script to Dark Horse, and Dark Horse produced it into a comic. And then in 97, 98, whatever.
So it was like 96, 97 when they first started.
They were comfortable that the technology had caught up with the story and that's the story of a lot of things. Tank Girl's a great example.
Oh, absolutely.
That was a comic in the early 90s that had no business being a movie until it was made.
Well, in the same vein, Hardware is kind of the same thing, even though I didn't know that it was already a comic, even though it's the exact fucking comic.
No, you're a sack of shit.
Yeah, but I do love Richard Stanley. I did get Dust
not
Devil
you,
the
Charlie.
other day. No. Richard Stanley. I know who you're talking about. Just admit it. Okay, no one gives a shit. It was 2000 AD comics. Yeah, just give them credit. Fuck it. You ain't got to give them money.
Like
just
that Ding Dong that did the Hunger Games. Like, I never heard about Battle Royale. Bullshit, you never heard about Battle Royale.
Everybody's heard of that, so no, it's fine. But no, good movie. Definitely serviceable, but I think it's time we get into things. What do you think, Pete?
Do it. Let's do it.
Awesome. So I had to do Charlie math on this because I looked it up, and you all know me. I fucking hate when people count killing robots. They're already dead. Why are we
No.
counting killing those?
No.
That doesn't count.
No robots.
I will however, allow this to happen
Mhm.
because they do mention how many people are on the ship, and we
Yes.
are told they are dead, and then we get that awesome scene of Jamie Lee Curtis swimming through the dead bodies.
Which cracked me up. Like, you've seen a lot of awful things today already. Today. Like,
Yeah,
and
just in the last 5 hours.
This is making you scream like a schoolgirl. Like, you'd be like, I would think you'd be like, God, get these dead bodies away from me. This is gross.
If they were all naked and their wang doodles were hanging out, maybe start screaming.
Screaming her lungs out. Like, she is exercising her scream queen status. And like, nope, I'm not buying it. You're phoning this shit in.
In that documentary, the guy that got to make all those bodies, he was hired in to do it, and it was reshoots. They didn't have enough things to fill out Jamie Lee Curtis's scenes, so they added this one, and he made all of those. They basically told him, like, we need this hold that's full of dead bodies that are bloated, you know, whatever you want to do. And he goes, okay. So he starts sculpting them, and he would send pictures to get approval, and they're like, it looks dead and bloated. That's all we need. That's all we care about. He literally was just like, I was a kid in a candy store. Like, I got to do everything I wanted. It's my creation. And I got to do I think he even did most of part of the filming and setting it up. He was so happy to be included. Then they would cut to the fucking robot guy going, I made robots. That's what I do. I'm the robot guy. So you got one guy on cloud 9, and then this other guy like,
robot guy.
Everybody loves my goddamn robots. I don't know what to tell them. But anyway, back to my math. So there's 300 people on the nuclear vessel.
I remember them saying there were about 300 people on the ship. Yeah, okay.
I am only counting, I'm sure there was more, but I'm only counting 4 astronauts that we watched get electrocuted at the beginning. Because you have the one.
There were 4 astronauts on camera. There were probably more
on camera.
But yeah,
I'm counting 4.
That's approved. Yes.
And then my math is 5 crew members, which is Donald Sutherland, Woods, the Samoan guy, Squeaky, Richie. That's all of the crew that die.
Yeah,
because Natalie is part of the 300. Yeah, all the minorities. So we can't count Natalie separate from the 300 on the ship. She's part of the crew list.
Okay.
All
right.
I have 309, 310-ish. That's my
You've
I
done
did
more
that
work
math.
than most.
Because I'm not counting killing goddamn robots.
No, robots don't count.
No, why? Why would you do that?
Robots
in your
are
comment?
either dead or not alive. They are unalived.
Yeah. They're like
They're
Donald
fully
Sutherland.
unalived.
Yeah. Donald Sutherland had to be killed to put his head on the other thing.
Correct.
Just because his brain may have still been active.
You don't get 2 for Donald
Right.
Sutherland. You don't get he died to be a robot and they died as a robot. You don't get 2.
Right. So if you want to count it, he was alive when made into a robot. So now his death doesn't count until they threw the thermite grenade in his chest and then he melts.
Which was pretty fucking cool.
It was really cool, but they really oversold the thermite grenade earlier.
The most perfect circle in a steel.
Dude, that was the Terminator.
Yes.
Where it brings them through time, and it's a perfect circle. I thought the same thing, but I'm also like, okay, their thermite is alien blood because it can melt through anything. Yet his only melted through one layer. Like they literally said, "Oh, one of these would burn a hole through the ship." No, it didn't.
Just one.
Just one.
If it goes through the ship, then the robots are screwed.
This is going. I know I've said this quite a few times. This is going to be difficult picking our favorite kill of this movie.
Oh shit!
What do you think? Zombie kill of the week?
Yeah, like I've been really thinking on this because I having trouble discerning kills and really fucking cool robots. You know, like, and they're gory, so it's like, how do you? So I think whatever you want to say, whether it's the best gory robot or an actual kill, counts. I don't care. I'll go first. I want to say it's Alexei when the skull pops out of his fucking head like
That's
the
pretty
thing.
cool. Yeah, that's good.
Because those knives pop out the face and then
Yeah.
it turns into a spider and everybody's freaking the fuck out.
What are
Like,
the purpose of the knives? It's hilarious. Like,
I don't know. Their legs.
I'm
It's
the
cool.
barber. I'm just gonna.
No, well, instead of Jack Sparrow, it's Sweeney Todd now. Just swing, just doing his thing. All right, Pete. What do you think? What's your favorite out of this movie?
I did like Woods getting punched through the gut.
Oh, that is a good
And
one.
then he gets punched through the gut, and then the robot throws him. And as he's being thrown, there are intestine coming out of his body, and then he hits the wall. The wall splatters, the body falls, and more intestines spill out. That was a deliciously gross zombie or a dummy that got tossed around. It was great.
It's amazingly
it's really good.
like there's weight to that whole
Oh yeah.
splat and fall.
If they didn't use real like pig intestines, I'd be shocked. Like
I would have been too.
It flopped around like it was an actual piece of flesh, and it was really gross.
That's a really good one. The one that we talked about that they blew up the ship. I am going to be remiss if I don't bring up if the movie gets a ding of anything of substance for me, it's this. When it's torturing Jamie Lee Curtis with the electric Han Solo rods from
she's got
Empires.
She's got steel tip boots on because they arc
So they're
between,
arcing between each other. So while she's being tortured, Billy Baldwin comes running in, shoves his gun inside this thing, starts firing, but it knocks him backwards while he's pulling the trigger. Bullets are flying towards Jamie Lee Curtis, and then Richie comes running in, firing every gun, and then fires a rocket launcher through the machine towards Jamie Lee Curtis again. Total disregard for everyone's safety, yet she gets out unscathed.
There's so much delightful gunplay that is irresponsible on every single level you could possibly have irresponsible gunplay on.
This is the kind of gunplay Pete is here for, because it's not army gunplay.
Right.
This
They're
was
like,
just
there's people like somebody had an Uzi and they were pointing it sideways.
Oh, they were gangster style.
Oh
They were
my
totally
God, it was
gangster
hilarious. I was dying. Billy Baldwin was shooting an AR from his hip. I'm like, dude, that gun is going backwards. I don't. You're not strong enough to hold that.
And that's I honestly I love it. So the only person that showed any natural to it was Jamie Lee Curtis with the pistol earlier, but she mentions her dad was military, and then Richie we find out was Navy SEAL, whatever. He's military. Everyone else that picks up a gun has never held a gun in their entire life.
They're truck drivers is what they are.
That's exactly what they are.
Outside of maybe taking a class, they've got no real paramilitary experience.
No. Yeah, you're fully expecting Billy Baldwin to be like that ex-military guy.
No, he's an engineer. He's a head engineer. He knows
a head engineer. He's me. I can go fix something that's fucking broken. That's
is that
all
broke?
there is to
I'll
it.
fix it. Here's the gun. What do I do with this? Can I hammer this in?
Yeah.
Well,
Point that into the bad guys.
Is this
Gotcha.
a rivet machine? Can I make sure that
But yeah,
properly?
I'll give him some credit. But man, that whole ending segment where you're just like total disregard for human life as you're trying to kill this thing, it just cracks me the fuck
It
up.
was hilarious. All right, so
All right, let's rate this bad boy.
Let's rate it, man.
Guys, it's okay. He just wanted his machete back.
All right, Pete, we'll put the spotlight on you, man. How
All right.
many machetes are you giving Virus?
I started like the first time I watched this, I'm like, this is a 5 because it's like, watch it or don't. I don't care. And then I watched it with Jody and her Russian speaking friend. Oh, by the way, did you see that the Russian words scrawled in blood?
Yeah, I saw that. That was interesting.
That was the word for help.
No,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. So Sarah
That's very
Sarah went,
cool.
"Oh, that says help," and I went, "Holy shit, that's awesome!"
I love that.
Like Red Rum would have been funnier, but help was. But
I'm digging it.
Yeah, it was really cool. Like
I'm digging that.
the
I like
actual
that.
Russian word in Cyrillic or whatever. Yeah,
whatever they call that. I don't know what it's called.
That was me either. So my enjoyment of this movie increased tenfold watching it with these gals. I cannot give this movie a 10 because it's not a good movie.
There. It's not there.
It's not a good movie. But I really had a ball watching this movie the second time. I'm going to give it an 8. It's probably more than I should give it, but folks, this movie is a lot of fun if you just want to enjoy a stupidly fun movie. It's bad. Donald Sutherland's accent, his Irish pirate American accent that just kind of ebbs and flows through the whole damn movie is worth your money. Go see this movie. It's an 8.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. You're up, Charlie.
Yeah, look, I have an affinity for killer robots and monsters. And when you mix, this is a great blend of both. Like I get that creature feature feel because I get good gore in this movie. This is like, I'm not overselling this. Like I love a really, really good gory movie. This one brings it while still it's robots. That was one of our big complaints with Chopping Mall. We wanted more gore with it, even though it's a total blast and love that movie. You could have done more. This one does it. This one takes it to that over the top, hell, the movie done left my brain. The one where they go into hell on the ship. We covered it, and I totally I'm blanking
Event
on
Horizon.
Event Horizon. This has Event Horizon and Hellraiser level gore when it really digs its feet in, and I love that. And yeah, I know this movie has flaws. I'm not one of those people that are like, "You're stupid. It's not. It's the greatest movie ever." No, it's not.
No, it's not. No.
But is it a blast? Yes, this movie is a blast. Is it a marvel of special effects and practical effects?
You've got a good argument
yes.
there.
Is it comparable special effects wise to the great movies like The Thing and Terminator and all this stuff? I think so.
I think you have a good argument.
I think it's a very high contender for that.
Yep.
So I'm going to go one mark higher than Pete. This is getting an 8.5. I love this movie. I've watched it several times. I own it. I've got the action figure.
Yep.
Now I need to go on a mission and find the rest of them. That does not look like Billy Baldwin at all in the action figure.
The action figures are all very affordable except for Goliath.
Obviously.
That was rough.
And that's kind of weird because I can tell you right now, this was a probably very low run toy line.
Yeah.
Like
by a company we've never heard of.
No, yeah. What was that? Hold on.
It was like it wasn't even Reaction. It was like Super something or other.
Resaurus.
Yeah.
Like dinosaurs. It's Resaurus and has the Universal logo with it. But I had never heard
legit.
of it.
They're not. It's not bootleg. It's legit.
And then what was it? We found this at that like flea market thing, and the guy selling it said, the man who sculpted these lives in Columbus or did live in Columbus. So that's why he was able to get, I think he said he had a few of them. That was the last one he had. So it was probably like freebies that guy got.
Right.
And then he gave them out to people. So I only paid like $10. It was worth it. It fits perfectly with my R-rated action figures that I've got strewn about my room. So it well deserved. So I like this movie a lot. I definitely highly recommend everyone watch it.
Fantastic.
And now
Woo! Oh,
wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of year, isn't it?
Why?
Well,
I had
there'll be an episode in between, but
there's a B action coming up. There's a B action coming up. But as far as this goes, February's next. And I also came to a realization the other day.
Yeah, what's that?
I'm
How's that?
I'm the last one standing.
You are.
You've ran everyone else off.
You sure have.
And I'm the only one left.
Mhm.
Because it's month of Pete, isn't it?
Pete. Month of Pete is upon us.
God damn it.
The dawning of the month of Pete. Dawning of the month of Pete. Woo!
That's funny. We're singing the Aquarius. That's like, I think that's one of my, for January for my birthday, I'm an Aquarius. So now you're singing the Aquarius thing.
Oh,
on a water movie.
That was
we
planned.
did.
I totally planned
tell
that.
that you planned that.
Completely planned that. Yeah, for sure.
Pete, are you going to grace us with our first action Pete pick tonight?
So we mentioned our friends over at Spoils of Horror earlier, and Charlie, I don't want you to suffer all by yourself. I'm bringing the boys in. Stephen and Leo are going to be joining us, and we're going to be covering a kung fu movie that might rival the kung fu of Monkey Kung Fu, if you remember that a few years ago, where
the
we
movie
watched
with too much kung fu in it.
We watched a kung fu movie that had too much kung fu in it.
Still don't know how that's possible, but it is out there.
Well, we saw it, right? I have invited Stephen and Leo in for Month of Pete to watch the 5 Deadly Venoms, one of the quintessential Shaw Brother kung fu movies. It is up there in the top 5 kung fu movies of all time. And we're going to learn about the snake style and the centipede style and the scorpion style and a couple of the styles that I forget. Toad, I think, is one.
I have heard of this movie, but I have not seen it. So cautiously optimistic.
Mm-hmm. I will send you a link for it. It's not. I think it's on YouTube, actually. No, it's there's a good copy on YouTube that I remember seeing.
Okay.
It's on.
I don't have to go to that. It's on Archive.
It's on Archive also. God, yeah. But the YouTube is a very good copy.
Is watchable. Okay.
Yeah, very, very much so. I think the video is really quite good.
Okay.
I did get a copy from the library, and I'm going to listen to a commentary on it to see if I can't.
Because I can always reach out and see if I can get one from my library. And
your illegal
that's all.
library.
Yeah, I have hookups.
I know.
He's international, so I think there's certain laws we get around.
Fair enough. But yeah, Shaw Brothers 5 Deadly Venoms, and that's going to be our first Month of Pete film. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've seen this a couple of times, so there's a lot of kung fu in it.
That's okay. Maybe this one will be like the perfect amount of kung fu, unlike too much kung fu. Still don't know how that works.
But it did. We bore witness to
all
it.
3 of us agreed. And that's what blew my mind. Like, we know we're watching kung fu, right? Yeah, normally it's cool. But when we all 3 go, was it too much? Yeah.
And the kung fu was good, but wow, it was a lot. It was a lot of kung fu.
Well, you're sitting there waiting for them to stop doing kung fu so you can just figure out what the fuck's going on. That's where it's too much kung fu. That's that movie.
Yep.
I still recommend watching it. We had a good time.
100%. Oh, man.
The sledgehammer fight to this day is still one of my favorite fucking things. I still that was 3 Stooges with kung fu all day long, and I loved it. But somehow too much. Cool. I'm looking forward to it. And man, Stephen and Leo, hopefully, barring any issues. Again, all of our guests are subject to, as long as we can make it fucking work schedule wise with everybody.
Life happens, ladies and gentlemen. Shit happens. So
it does to us, man. We were supposed to have a guest, but they got sent out of town last minute, so it was too close for them getting back. So don't worry. But me and Pete, I think we've got this down, man. It's 2 for 2 now. Trick or Treat we did.
Yes.
Which was awesome. Then we did this one. We got this. We've done this a few times.
Of fun, wasn't it? That was a good time.
A lot of fun with that one. So yeah, next week is my final birthday pick on B Action, where we just did Red Scorpion, and then we do Red Heat with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I had a theme. B Action will make you see red. this January. And for some reason, Virus had
Really?
Russians too. I don't know.
Red
It's just-
Heat.
dude, it's just
Jim
dumb
Belushi.
fun.
Ugh.
As Nate says, the wrong Belushi, which is why I had zero problem putting that on B Action.
James Belushi. James Belushi.
Is it James Belushi? Yeah, James Belushi.
Jim's
It's the one
dead.
he doesn't
James is alive. The unfunny Belushi.
Y'all keep saying that. I think he's great in Red Heat. I think he's great in it. It's totally fine. All right, that does it for us. We will see
Thank
you
you.
in 2 weeks where we cover the 5 deadly venoms.
Deadly Venoms.
Heat month. It's here, everybody. That's what happens right after New
I
Year's.
only
You
get
know that,
2
right?
this year, so you don't get a lot of.
Yeah, it's almost like somebody planned it. I don't know. It's ulterior motives.
You know,
I don't know.
It just all that list I have that I haven't shared
just goes further.
Push back, man. And maybe it'll
Yeah.
come into the regular episode. Who knows?
Yeah, see, because now it's just me and you get
Yeah.
picks now.
I do. How about that? That'll be part of the Patreon. You can pick a film. Prevent Pete
They
from
don't.
picking a film.
They don't know about that yet, Pete, but leave it in. I don't give a shit. We'll eventually.
Oh, oops.
No, that's a cool teaser just to let people know that.
Okay, we'll talk about that later.
Keep an eye out. Bye.